Welcome to another edition of Lockdown Movie Reviews. I have to say, this is one that I've seen, and I had to see the second one. And it's been a long time coming, and it was the first thing that came to me, and honestly, it brought up probably movie problems, you would say, because it's a horror movie. But let me tell you what it is. With A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place 2, I will have to say the acting was so spot on because it was so quiet. It was so beautiful the way they did the acting and the way that they had to stay in shape and do the things and the ingenuity of the person to come up with all these things and in the end find a way to save the town, save themselves, save their family. And it went out over two whole movies. And it was absolutely wonderful. And A Quiet Place 1 and A Quiet Place 2, I'll be honest, I saw one before the other. And it really didn't affect it. I had to go back and actually see the first one just so I could be like even more awestruck. They are perfect standalone movies in themselves. And I have to say, the monsters in it harken back to something deep inside me that it's like I saw it myself. And are just absolutely evil in a way. They are the perfect, intelligent, but yet mindless monsters. There is so much that it conjures up in there. And the main actress, you can be like, she's from Saturday Night Live. She hit it spot on. In the second one, running into a person who has suffered extreme loss of family members and everything that they've reunited with, and that there's a few speaking scenes where they can be in a boiler. Absolutely mind-blowing in every way. And the way that he brought realism, but yet at the same time, they were able to bring him back in a way. And I think he really did come across in a way that I know it never speaks right because every single thing is there. But if you want to start for understanding PTSD with military people or something else, and how there's a cold logical to it, but it's so emotional. The actor that played his role, and I wish I had his name here in front of me, was absolutely honing that perfectly. I know everybody's going to have a thing for each generation or anything else, and I don't think we've really had that missing in action situation yet. But as far as right now through everything, he really did it. And they brought him back to reality in the fact they had to go and chase down the girl who ran away, and he saves her in a way. And the girl with the cochlear, I think she played it very well. I think she did everything out there, and she was very defiant. She was a very strong, kind of like the savior warrior woman. In a way, this kind of echoes a little bit to the East, where Eastern Orthodoxy is kind of not really known of, but it shows it very much here. And it feels a little like she's a Oriental heroine, but she's young and is basically a woman child that brings everyone together so they can hearken some form of leadership around her and her idea, and the fact that her handicap becomes the weapon. And her brother plays an excellent Christ child situation person that doesn't die in it, even though there is one that does. And there's a few instances in there of father, son, and mother, daughter bonding and back and forth that shows really, in extraordinary situations, just nice family bonding that seems so normal. It harkens a bit of prepperism, but yet at the same time has a little bit of modern dystopia, and should never be dismayed. I will say that looking at it, I'd probably give it at least a 9.5 stars. Simply because, for me personally, horror movies don't really come up for anything with me. It's something that I go, it's not in reality. It's not this or that. It doesn't have the suspense. You know what they're going to do. Here, it's not. Here, it reaches all those things as sci-fi that you look at and go, oh my, how are they really doing this? And it's like it's a horror monster movie. It has all the hope and stuff that's there, but it's not cheesy, like in certain sci-fi things they go, Colin, you're a sucker for. It really is a good movie, good script, well thought out, and it really shows the breadth of the acting from the young actors all the way up to the older actors. This is Colin Dawson with Lockdown Movie Reviews. Have a wonderful day.